Spider-Man No Way Home is the upcoming title, of course, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and many of us are so excited about it. This movie broke records when it came to the trailer, guys. I mean, it broke viewership records, which were held by, of course, Avengers Endgame. The views were unbelievable. I mean, I am so excited about this title. There is so much to be excited about with it. I want to talk in this segment of the show about everything that we know so far about Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's break it down. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So, in an article, guys, written by Harnish Hector and Tom Power of Tech Radar, what's in store for our friendly neighborhood superhero? Spider-Man No Way Home, the final installment in the Wall Crawlers MCU trilogy developed by Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios, finally has an official trailer. That's right, after months of waiting and plenty of speculation about when it would arrive, we've received our first look at the forthcoming movie starring Tom Holland. After a period where it looked like Sony and Disney might have ended their ongoing collaboration, everyone's favorite web-slinger will be returning in what's set to be the most ambitious movie in the series yet. So, incredibly excited about it, to say the least, guys. The release date. So, Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be coming out December of 2021. So, that being the release on December 17th. It'll be the final release in what's set to be a jam-packed year for MCU films, with Shang-Chi and Marvel's Eternals set to arrive before it. Black Widow, meanwhile, kicked off Marvel's Phase 4 movie slate back in July. Of course, that's assuming the world of cinema isn't hit by further pandemic-related delays, which is hard to predict right now. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has stated that the film shouldn't be delayed, and based on the movie's first trailer, that launch date hasn't changed either. So, obviously, guys, the trailer was spectacular. Obviously, the world knows who, Spider-Man is, that being Peter Parker. Obviously, we've got now Doctor Strange in this world. Peter Parker wants him to cast a spell so no one actually knows who he is as being Spider-Man. Goes ahead, and none other than Doctor Strange goes ahead, sets that spell, but it basically gets messed up because Peter Parker asking a bunch of questions. He started messing with the spell, and of course comes the multiverse, which was something that was unbelievable to watch, guys. We've got, obviously the Green Goblin, Mysterio, Doc Ock. All of these guys are now coming into this world, and man, what a mind-bending world it looks like it is, taking Doctor Strange into the Spider-Man universe. Absolutely incredible. I gotta tell you guys, I'm very, very, very excited. Right now, we know that Tom Holland will return as Peter Parker, Jacob Batalon is back as Peter's friend Ned, and Zendaya will return as MJ. All three feature prominently in the trailer, so fans will be glad to see them reprise their roles. There's a lot of new people as well, guys, that are coming into the fray, that being, of course, Doc Ock and, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. You've got Jamie Foxx is set to reprise his role as Electro. Very exciting. There is just a lot here to be incredibly excited about. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield reprising the respective iterations of Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. Garfield and Holland have played down suggestions that the former web-slingers will be back, but images have emerged online of the pair reportedly being seen on set. We won't post them here. You can find them on Reddit and social media. Given that the likes of Doc Ock and Electro have entered the MCU from previous Sony Spider-Verses, it's almost nailed on that Maguire and Garfield will appear to help Holland's Parker to dish out some punishment. Finally, rumors that Charlie Cox will reprise his role as Daredevil from the Netflix series have been gaining traction. An original report from Murphy's Multiverse has since been corroborated by comicbook.com, which said he was apparently seen on the set of the film. So let's talk about just Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire being in this upcoming title, the possibility of it. I actually really like that possibility. I mean, you know, it's something that would be very interesting. It would make things feel very full circle. Honestly, I don't want it to feel too chaotic, but up to this point, guys, Marvel has done an incredible job with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, it's not even close that they are absolutely outdoing what DC has done up to this point, creating some of the most iconic movies that we've ever seen when it comes to superheroes. And I think, you know what? If they're going to bring Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back, I trust their judgment on it, and we'll see what happens. With that being said, guys, what is the plot about? So, with the trailer dropping online, Sony and Marvel have moved to release an official, if brief, synopsis for the film. Per comicbook.com, the synopsis reads, "For the first time in the cinematic history of Spider-Man, our friendly neighborhood hero is unmasked and no longer able to separate his normal life from the high stakes of being a superhero. When he asks for help from Doctor Strange, the stakes become even more dangerous, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man. The third Spider-Man movie will deal with the repercussions of Far From Home's ending, where Spidey was basically accused of being a drone-controlling terrorist by Mysterio. And J. Jonah Jameson made an appearance to reveal the superhero's secret identity as Peter Parker. Peter will be taken to court for allegedly murdering Mysterio, but given he's back in school at some point, we think he will be found innocent. With his secret identity revealed, though, that's only the first step in clearing his name, so to speak. After Peter revealed his identity in the Civil War comic series, Mephisto's powerful magic was used to make everyone forget. So, speculation had been rife that Doctor Strange could do something similar to help him out of his public identity predicament in the MCU. In addition, the rumor of numerous villains entering the picture possibly sets up the film for a Sinister Six scenario, basically a team up of foes to give Peter an extra hard time. The new trailer seemingly gives us Electro, Doc Ock, and Green Goblin. A return of Adrian Toomes' Vulture would make a lot of sense, and so too would Mysterio if he managed to fake his death and survive Far From Home. That's 5 so far. The Scorpion, aka Mac Garvin, already exists in the MCU, which would make the full 6. Now, let's talk about Venom, because I want to see Venom and Carnage somehow in here. Whether it's in this movie at the end of the movie, or if it's in Venom, Let There Be Carnage, it'd be really cool to see them kind of in this universe as well. That would be something that I would absolutely love to see. So, balancing the villains. If you've read through our breakdown, seen the trailer, and read about everything that's been leaked, you might be getting flashbacks. The Sam Raimi directed Spider-Man 3 from 2007 was known for including a similarly packed cast of characters, particularly on the villain side, much to the dislike of fans and critics. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 suffered from the same problem years later. We hope that this Spider-Man film will have learned from those past mistakes and managed to incorporate its multiple foes without losing the thread of the story. So, here we go. Daredevil joins the MCU again. Marvel Studios has 2 choices with Daredevil. Keep Charlie Cox's Netflix version of the character, or wait a while and recast him. Our preference is they keep Cox. The movie doesn't need to explore his baggage from the Netflix show, but just having him in the MCU would be a nice love letter to fans of that series. And I agree with that, 100%. You know, honestly, guys, I gotta tell you, from what we know so far, the biggest thing that I really want to see, though, is Venom. I want to see Tom Hardy in this universe with Spider-Man, one way or another. You know, if all 3 of the Spider-Mans come together to fight, all these different, villains, I think that would be awesome. But I would love to give you like that tease, like, hey, Venom is here. He's in this universe. I think it would be a real, it would just create, it would almost be like Thanos, right? In Avengers, Infinity War and Endgame, but now it's Venom. And I think that Venom is that iconic character, as well as Carnage. Those would be characters. Bringing them into this universe would be absolutely massive. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you guys want to see here out of Spider-Man, No Way Home? Like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Spider-Man No Way Home content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.